Sexy Reds. We ain't had too many chicks to say this. We ain't had too many
Yeah.
Amber Rose. They was in the corner somewhere.
Yeah.
So now when you get Amber Rose that hit you with the slut walk and just because I got bodies and I could keep on going, I could do it better than you, and I ain't gotta have no feelings either. They didn't create those type of women back then either. So what I'm saying to you is, whereas you saying the men used to be the same, the women has changed tremendously too. Now that it's a new era, and you raising your sons in a new era right now. So now it ain't the high value man because I got the money and I said so. They got money too. Matter of fact, they got better education. They got, and so I ain't got no women that want this smoke. So I got to take up for the women today because normally I have a brave soul that want to request to go live. You know, right now you hearing men perspectives, and I want a woman to come on here to school this man about the new era woman, right? And when it comes down to jealousy, because we stand on
Yeah.
subject. So all this high value stuff is really staying on subject, because when you see a high value man making money and he can do what he want to do, what about the woman doing what she want to do? And then what about you not owning this person and you don't have to feel that you over possessive? And that is what we're talking about.
Well,
What you say, Lim?
All right,
Before
here
we
we
let
go.
Bishop in.
I got you. So what I'm to piggyback off what Bishop is saying, this is true. Kevin Samuels didn't create the high value man. There's always been a hierarchy
Hold,
of men in this world.
hold on. I'm exit you out, Rome, to get Heike on in here. She came on here after
All
Lim.
right.
Come on,
All
Lim.
right. So yeah,
Go ahead.
that's not new. But what is new is what Bishop was referring to as the feminist movement. The fact that women are working more, they're in positions of authority and power, that has changed. So the matriarchy, down with the matriarchy, the patriarchy, down with the patriarchy coming up has changed. There's been a shift in that. So men that have always been high value or have made money, what they're saying is, I don't necessarily care about a woman's education and her money because I can take care of all of her. And I've had women say this. If a man is willing to take care of everything, then I will submit. I've heard sisters say that. If he gonna pay for everything and he's gonna not take my life back, but it's gonna go up, I submit. But if he's going to be a regression in my lifestyle, then why should I submit to a man that is going to take me the opposite direction? So we're going to go stay the same or go up, or we should not stay the same because I'm adding another person. We should go up. So I see the point, but here's the thing: nothing has changed. A man that is in the top 10% of men as far as earners are concerned, just earners, he gets to choose what type of woman he wants to date. And he's saying, I'm not impressed by a woman's education. I'm not impressed by her income because this is the difference between men and women today. Oprah Winfrey and Bill Gates. What's the difference? Oprah will not take care of a man. I don't care how much money she got. Bill Gates, men have always traditionally have no problems taking care of a man. You can get some. Come get some. Yeah.
I'm saying,
Stedman. He
Stedman,
Stedman
her and
been
Stedman
taking
weren't
care.
together. They weren't together. Come on, that was all show. That was all for show. That's all for show. Did they get
I'm about
married?
to go look on Stedman Instagram because I think they're still
Did
Yeah.
they get
24.
married?
So look, hold on, before I let
Bring the
Heike
smoke.
come, my beautiful cousin, hear me out really closely. I'm trying to let you know that Stedman has been taken care of for a long time. With all with all fairness and all due respect, that man, and guess what? Jerky said he might not want to get married. So at the end of the day, Stedman has been taken care of. He live in the back house, and she come get him when she want
I'm gonna
to.
blow the show up. Oprah Winfrey is homosexual. She's gay. Let's just call it what it is. She ain't even a heterosexual woman.
All right. Come on, hey,
Can we
Oprah,
go
we
there?
sorry about that.
I said
Hey,
it. I
Oprah,
said it.
Oprah, Oprah,
I said it.
Oprah.
I'm gonna blow the show
That's,
up. I said it.
that's blasphemy.
Now,
Hold on. That's
don't
blasphemy.
blast me to that.
Lim, listen. I would never disrespect Oprah
I'm not
Winfrey or something.
disrespecting her. That's
Can
what she
hey,
is.
I got one question. Who's seen Stedman, a picture of Stedman or anything in the last 15 years?
Thank
I
you.
haven't even seen
Thank
him.
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I
Where is
think
he at?
I'm gonna go on his Instagram and I'm gonna
Go to
do some.
his
Yeah,
Instagram
do something.
and tell me
Yeah, you might have to
where he at.
research him. I don't
Stedman
even know if he's still alive.
You know the guy.
he in the witness protection program. Stedman in the witness protection program.
listen. Can I say this real quick before it's over? I want y'all to stop disrespecting Stedman like that, number one. And
Man.
no, listen. On this show, we will not talk about stuff that we don't know about for certain, right? We like you can say you think, but don't do that. Don't disrespect Oprah, because if she ever see this, man, hear me out. Because I love Oprah. She's one of our black greats. And if Oprah, you gotta let me finish, man. If Oprah ever see this, I don't want to be blasphemous.
It's not
Right?
blasphemous.
Saying you don't know
Queen
Oprah gave
Latifah is too.
Okay, listen.
I mean, what do we do?
Yo,
Is that
you don't know that? Come on, Heike. Come on in here. Y'all give her respect. Come on, Jones.
What I'm coming on? I don't even know.
Okay, so tell us your opinion about jealousy in a relationship. Have you ever dealt with jealousy? Have you ever had one of your homegirls deal with jealousy? Come on, girl, let's go over here and catch them in the act. Let's talk about some real stuff. We want to hear real examples, not being politically correct, but we want to hear some smoke. We want to understand how you saw jealousy and how you think jealousy can be bad, good, or ugly. That's what we talk.
I'm with Bishop. Everyone's not experiencing toxicity and jealousy inside of their relationship. I kind of jumped on to just kind of share a little bit more on that perspective, because as an adult, I mean, I only had 2 relationships, and jealousy wasn't a denominator, wasn't one of the toxic traits from either side. So I found it funny in the smallest, like, amusing type of way, and not a toxic jealous way when I was in a relationship. So like funny stuff, like my ex-boyfriend would come home and be like, you know what, I was at Popeye's Chicken, I was picking us up dinner, and you know what, shorty at the cash register, she threw 2 extra pieces of chicken in her and a biscuit because she said I was good today. And I was like, you lied to me. Like, this would be the most fascinating thing, because like when I'm picking a partner, I tend to go for a certain type. The type I go for is not on the internet real popular. Like, he fine, but he kind of don't know he is. Like, that's what I like. Like, let me be the one that, okay, when we pop out together, we make each other look good. But when you're not around me, you carry yourself like you're still in a relationship. So that was one of his more endearing qualities, that it wasn't until we like went to Dreamville and we was outside where I had to pull him to the side, like, bro, this chick just said when we get back to Chicago, she happened to be from Chicago, that she hopes she run into you. And I'm like, you're supposed to be like curving that, like, hello, like, it ain't even clicking to you that the woman is being flirtatious right in front of my face. I'm either gonna have to snatch the person, or do I have to pull you together? But I didn't cause a scene. I actually just kind of pulled them to the side, like, this is getting way too flirty in my face. Like, what would you like the next step to be? I kind of choose violence. So anyway, other than that, I think from the other side, I do think maybe men sometimes have a possessiveness over the women that they are in a relationship, or maybe even vice versa. So when I was with the same individual, he had an issue with me being just friends with my other ex from like high school. And that person, no longer did we have any type of romantic connection. That was someone I dated in my like late teenage years, that we just happened to grow up in the same area and kind of keep touch over the years and over times. And it was nothing inappropriate, but I did tell my ex, who was my friend, that if I ever got in a relationship with a guy and they did not want me to be friends with you anymore, I'm cutting ties. Because he would have relationship with women and he would tell the women, like, this is just my homegirl. Yes, we have a past, but nothing inappropriate is going on. We just check in with each other time to time. She's a friend of the family now. And I would tell him, like, that's good for you, but as soon as I get a guy and he says he don't want me talking to you no more, you cut off. And that's what I did. So I think that, you know, I listen to the boundaries, I guess, of the person that I'm with, but me necessarily just being a jealous individual, absolutely not. Like, it kind of intrigues me to be with somebody that other people kind of checking out.
I got a question.
Hold on, we got 10 minutes left. Let me rock the boat real quick. I'm gonna just forget all the stuff. Let's throw it out the window then. Y'all ready? Let's throw it out the window. I read this one important quote. I think I sent it to y'all on Instagram, right? Buddy was like, forget all the boundaries and stuff a woman say she had, right? Women say she got boundaries, but if a woman really like a man, you will see her start compromising with her own self. Girl, he ain't even that bad. Or if you truthful and you being exactly who you say you are, whether it's ugly, bad, married, whatever, you will see a girl, if she really, really into you gonna see her start compromising the stuff with her homegirls about the stuff she said she'll never ever do. And so my thing is, I started thinking about that a little bit more intensely, right? I'll be like, because the Honorable Dr. Umar Johnson said, look up. The Honorable Dr. Umar Johnson actually alluded to this. He was just saying, well, how y'all gonna slash and beat up Puffy because he was called hitting Cassie and all of this? Well, did you say something when you saw your best friend hitting his girl? Did you say something when Big Mama was getting beat up at Big Daddy? Did you step in when you see your stepfather beating your mama? So my thing is, if you didn't say nothing then, what makes you the person to say something now, right? And I thought those was really, really good points to talk about jealousy and how it creates domestic violence and things of that nature. So how does that relate, Bishop, to, because I know you want to smoke, how does that relate to the new high value man opposed to the new moderate woman?
Mm. Well, I mean, what's the saying? Women make rules for the guys that I can't remember the exact saying, but the rules that women make are for the guys they really don't like. The guys that they like, they don't really, the rules get thrown out. Like the 90-day rule. If she's not really feeling you or whatever, if she's doing the 90-day rule, then you're gonna have to wait 90 days. If you 6'3" buff, making 250 a year and got that swag, you might hit on the first night. So, I mean, the rules only apply to guys that they really don't like. Us guys know that. That's why, yeah.
And
And as opposed to the young lady there, I always like to turn stuff around. She was saying about her man talking to having a female friend. Well, you have a male friend, and you wouldn't want anybody to say anything about that. But if the tables were turned, I like to turn the tables on women and ask, if you were with a man and he had a female friend he'd known for 15 years, and they dated. They used to date, be intimate 15 years ago, but they turned into a best friend relationship. Would you have a problem with that?
Good question.
Yeah, I mean,
Bishop.
it's all in the respect thing. So I'm a trusting person. I trust people till I can't. I'm not the opposite where, oh, you need to earn my trust, so I got to put you through the ringer because of what other people did. So because I'm capable of having an appropriate relationship with a person from my past, I'm not gonna say I'm not the only individual on earth that can accomplish that. So, but again, my point in bringing up that story was my boyfriend at the time just wasn't comfortable with it. So that relationship, I ended. Like the friendship, I was like, oh no, my new boyfriend's like, no dice. So we can't communicate like that anymore, because what he felt about the situation was more important than that friendship, because this is the person that I'm with. So
But what if he said, you can have your friend, but I can have my, this goes back to what Lynn was saying initially, right? You can have your friend, then I can have my friend, right? And so at the end of the day,
until you are sloppy with it and she done sent you nudes, now we have a problem. You see what I'm saying? But if y'all,
I mean, but you can't control people sending you news, can you? I'm just saying, can you control people sending you news? I'm just asking for a friend.
No, I mean, you can't control her doing that, but clearly she doesn't respect our relationship. So
I know, but is that enough for you to get mad at me? Shouldn't that be handled with the same care of him coming home to say two extra Popeye chicken with the biscuit? Should that be handled with the same care?
Absolutely not. That's a piece of.
You ain't let me finish my question.
Come on now.
Right, you ain't let me finish my question.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm saying, see, this is why I never understood this part of the woman. I never understood this, and y'all can help me understand. If my man came home and said, guess what, babe? Oh, girl thought I was so sexy, she threw me 2 extra wings with the biscuit. And then he said, you know what, oh, girl at the gym thought I was so sexy, she threw me some noodles. Now, I ain't really into it. She got a nice bad body too, babe. But what I'm saying to you is, shouldn't that be extra support that you feel so comfortable? The same biscuits and wings you told me about is the same other wings and thighs that was sent to me that I felt, and this is a real question, right? I'm just trying to understand. Isn't this how respect gains? Because the same friendship we could kiki about with the biscuits and chicken wings, that's the same thing we could kiki about a girl sending me news because they pictures and I'm being upfront. Shouldn't that be the same smoke or no?
No, it's not going to be the same for me. That's somebody's private. It's called private for a reason. So I done shared you my privates. But them chicken wings we eat from Popeyes, I ate a couple wings too. And we ha he and nothing happened. You didn't go back and get her number. You didn't try to pursue anything with the lady from Popeyes because she gave you some extra chicken. She just said you look good and she tried to shoot her shot. So she threw you some extra fries in the bag. I ate those. Right.
I'm gonna let Lim talk before we done, right? But let me just say this. I want y'all to think, and the whole point of this show, please hear me very close. The whole point of this show is to gain different perspectives, right? And I want you to understand. See, to me, I disagree. I believe if this man was honest enough to come tell you about 2 chicken wings and a biscuit, and he told you, if he was up front and told you about the news, it should be handled the same way. It should be applicable to both situations. That's my opinion, me personally. Matter of fact, it should give you more respect for him. But go ahead, Lynn.
This is a perfect segue into the fact that most monogamous couples don't want to hear the truth from each other. They don't want to know where each other stands, even from it as it pertains to sexual fantasies and others. And the swinging couples are saying, as long as no one is a threat for me to lose my partner, I'm not worried about it. And we make, I think in monogamous circles, we make everyone a threat and then go off the rails about stuff that's not a threat. So for instance, case in point, if someone sends your man, your woman news and it comes in, do you feel threatened by that person, you losing that person to that action? Or do you just feel disrespected? Those are 2 different things. If I'm not going to lose my partner, then we're just talking about disrespect. Disrespect is all ego driven, right? She shouldn't have did that. And I'm about to break up the sisterhood right quick. I'm going to go right there. You know how many women cheat on each other, knowing the man is married, knowing he got a wife and kids, and that sisterhood goes out the effing window because none of y'all get in and start lining up and start chastising all these women who cheat with married men. Y'all don't do that. Y'all go after the man. He shouldn't have did it. But your sisterhood comes together in opposition to certain behavior, but it doesn't check the sisterhood. Sometimes the sisterhood needs to be checked. A baby girl, you should be sending news to a married man or to a man in a relationship. So you check the sisterhood, but all the way around, 360. One more thing I want to say before we go. The last thing is, the honesty, transparency, and communication is what all relationships hinge on. Whether you're monogamous, whether you're open, whether you're poly, whether you're swinging. If you don't have the communication, none of those things work on any level. And the swinging couple that I talked to said they waited 3 months. They talked 3 months before they got involved in that behavior. 3 months of communication. They made rules. They made boundaries. You can't get a monogamous couple to sit down for 2 minutes and have an intelligent conversation sometimes where we're talking about things that are uncomfortable. When things get uncomfortable, we want to argue. We want to fight. When we don't like what's being said, we want to argue. We want to fight because we feel threatened. Sometimes we need to learn how to listen. That's where I'm going to leave it at.
Go ahead, Bishop. What's your last point before I end? I'm gonna say ending remarks, but go ahead, Bishop, about jealousy.
Well, yeah, I think the swingers, that's a small population, and I'm not out there. Like I said, I'm traditional, but the
Man,
swingers,
you
I
ain't no
never
traditional,
understand
but
that
go ahead.
mentality. I don't see how you can see yourself with see your partner with somebody else. Seem like that would always, if you really love that person, seem like that would always be burned in your mind. So I don't know the mentality of being able to be open and honest about that. I'm more of the old school traditional way where you do it and the person don't find out. They what they say, what you don't know don't hurt you. So, you know, as long as I don't know, as long as she don't know, it don't hurt anybody. So I'm from
Until
that
you come home with some syphilis, gonorrhea, and stuff
well, yeah,
like that. God rest his
well
soul. But I get it.
that's part of the
So,
boundaries right there. You just have to take that pill before you come home.
hey, Bishop, with this new traditional stuff you talking about, guess what? It's some stuff you can catch right out here right now that you can't get rid of. I don't know if
Right,
you understand. I
right,
don't know
right,
if you understand that,
right, right,
man, you out here talking about some what you don't know. Big Mama say,
right,
what goes around comes around, right?
right,
Big Mama say, you reap what you sow. Look, this is what Big Mama say.
right,
So I see my cousin on here too, right? One more point, right? I just want y'all to understand this. And let live shut down on this one then. It's my cousin, right? One more point. I had another situation where we both knew this girl, right? And this girl was in an abusive relationship as well, right? And so at the end of the day, it's a situation where what do you do if you go and my cousin he went and whooped the dude, all of us was over there. And she was right. I'm talking about the next day, she was up there bandages, black eyes, putting the Neosporin on it and all of that, right? So me and my cousin was like, man, hey, from now on, we ain't gonna jump into situations like this. And it was based on some jealousy too, right? But based on this, me and my cousin realized that no matter what you do to try to protect a woman. And that's why we kept talking about the boundaries. If a girl really like a dude, they gonna lower them boundaries. They gonna lower them standards too, which is really, really bad. Those rules, like Bishop said, is set for the dudes that they don't like. If they ain't feeling, buddy, 90-day rule. No, you got to take me to Maestro. I got to go downtown on the Ferris wheel. But let dude be something that's right up your alley. It's going to say, well, maybe I should, maybe he cute, and then you start actually giving exceptions, right? So what I'm saying to you is, I want to end by saying, when it comes down to jealousy, you got to be secure in who you are. It's always going to be somebody. My dad told me this ever since I was a shorty. He said, it's always going to be somebody better than you. It's always going to be somebody better than you at something. But you got to find what you good at, right? So if you good at rapping, if you good at basketball, if you good at talking, if you good with the charisma, if you good at dressing, if you good at making old girl smile, and you like Rome, and I was able to take his girl because I was able to make her smile. If I'm able to do that, I'm saying I got to be comfortable with what I can bring to the table, right? So all I'm saying to you is you got to continue to be you, continue to thrive in what God blessed you with. Vice versa. If you're a woman, you got to be confident enough to know that you could secure this man. But what you did, and this me and Rome always understand. We read this book. What got you here won't get you there. So the same thing you got to get this girl, that's the same thing you got to do to keep her. Same dates and all of that. But guess what? On the flip side, for the girl, the same thing you did to get this dude, please don't slack up on giving it up. Please don't slack on twerking. Please don't slack on getting your hair done, nails done, everything did. Don't slack on all of that, because when you start wearing this lingerie, you start putting on the bonnets and the big old skirts and the big old dresses and the no bras. And once you start doing all of this, what happens is you lose what you once had. So on both sides, you got to be able to understand with God, everything can last. I'm going to end it real good, spiritual, right? With God, everything can last. My parents been married over 65 years. They said God was the glue. I'm going to have my parents on here one time. But my parents going to hit you with the God was the glue that kept I saw how you face. God was the glue that kept their relationship together. They real traditional bishops, like real traditional, right? Like I was talking about going around the corner, and that's what made me respect my dad so much more when he started opening up about the stuff he was dealing with, maybe his fantasies and thinking about it, but he didn't really do it. And that's the difference, I guess, with him being in the church, being a minister. And I'm not saying we perfect, right? But what I want you to understand is you do not own somebody just because that's your wife, that's your girlfriend, that's your boyfriend, or that's your husband. You do not own them. You renting them. Matter of fact, I'm going to go a little deeper here. Ain't even no marriage in heaven. So right now you born this person, and y'all supposed to be able to work together, Shaq and Kobe, but stay together. You see what I'm saying? Y'all supposed to be able to be a team together. And that is what this thing is about. That's my closing remarks. Anything else y'all got to say? Because it didn't kick us off yet. So I'm gonna let y'all in with what y'all got to say. Hype, you the woman.
Well, I
Anything
got a
else?
saying. What's the saying about men and women? Men tell other men that a woman's not really yours; it's just your turn.
Bishop, you always
I
ignorant.
wrote that.
He
I just wrote
always
that.
I'm
He
just
ignorant.
reads
saying
my
these are
comments.
sayings. I didn't
Hey,
make this
He
stuff
reads
up.
my
he
comments.
I
always
didn't
ignorant.
He
He
make
reads
this
my
always
stuff
cut
up.
to
comments.
us. Come
Read
on,
the
Jones.
comments, Bishop.
No. Hey, I want Jones to end us with some good edification. I need
Hey,
something to warm my spirit because he ignorant.
hey, let me warm the cockles of your heart. You want to warm the cockles of your
Go
heart?
ahead. Go ahead, Lil. Go ahead.
At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what at relationship style, attachment style you believe in, we need communication for one. You want your partner, you want to be able, in a perfect scenario, be able to be transparent with your partner. Hopefully, both parties are self-aware enough to understand who they are, and what they can deal with. Everybody's different. You have to have that. You have to be honest with each other. And hopefully, that's not going to make it perfect, but hopefully, when you share things that are unpleasant, you can receive that with grace and humility and understand all of us as a whole. We're learning, we're growing, we're evolving together. So that's hopefully what we are. And I just want to say I appreciate the young lady for coming on. This is important for us to have an opposing viewpoint. So thank you for honoring us on the show. We're coming on. Bishop, you always a blast, my brother. I love you. And Los, hey, you did an excellent job, brother. Rome, shout out to Rome. Shout out to all of our guests who went live with us today. I want to give you all a shout out. Continue to follow us. Continue to stay with us. We're getting ready to go to YouTube. That's our next move. God is with us, so we're going to be able to do that. So thank you, guys.
And if you come
Joe.
in and Popeyes, you can put 2 extra pieces of chicken in the bag. We got.
Hey. So look, I appreciate y'all. Next week we doing Juneteenth. We got live poetry. We got all of that. Join us for next week for Juneteenth. I appreciate y'all. See y'all next week.